शुरू हो चुकी है। अब आप अपने दोबारा YouTube स्टूडियो के अंदर आ जाएं। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं, इसको मैं रिफ्रेश करता हूँ। जैसे मैं रिफ्रेश करता हूँ एंड हियर यू गो, मेरी लाइव स्ट्रीम हो चुकी है शुरू। यहाँ पर ये देखिए, आपके सामने लाइव यहाँ पर स्क्रीन आ जाती है। जैसे ही
It was premeditated. A big heave towards the onside. Unfortunately for Doheny, he's still there because the ball was in the air for some time.
Plenty of power to come, isn't there, for Ireland? You think of the ball striking quality of Neil Rock, who had an excellent inter-pro season last year, the captain of this Wolves team. Gareth Delaney, a brilliant T20 tour of the UAE when Ireland were playing Afghanistan. Very nearly got Ireland over the line in that second T20I. And Fionn Hand is very capable at number 7 too. They'd love them, I think, to man in the second half of the innings though, and start to find those big hits. Maximums are critical here to you. Gareth Delaney.
Absolutely, and we've seen plenty of sixes off the back of the
Ireland over the line in that second T20I.
Lucky
Fionn Hand is very capable. Love them, I think, to man in the second half of the innings though, and start to find some big hits. Maximums are critical here to you. Gareth Delaney. Absolutely, and we've seen plenty of sixes off the back of the second Ireland over the line in that second T20I.
Lucky
Fionn Hand.
So Gulshan will be bowling from the Chobar end, and Gulshan didn't bowl much in the previous series against Canada. He bowled against Canada, but he did not bowl much in that tri-series when Nepal battled it out with Namibia and Netherlands. It's a good choice in this kind of a track. He can generate bounce, loves bowling in that good length area. Easy single driven down the ground, and joins me in the com box is Ayush Kotan. A very good afternoon, Ayush.
A very good afternoon, Sachin. It's a decent start for both the side. While getting that early 2 wickets of Ireland Wolves. And a lot of hard hitter to join in. What's the ideal score, Sachin, do you think, in this wicket? Because the wicket is looking flat.
Well, they decided to bat first, and they must have had an idea of the average score in that tri-series between Nepal, Namibia and Netherlands. I think they'd surely be looking at a score of more than 180. That's something I'm really certain about. A beautiful delivery, knocks the off stump. Gulshan Jha has completely bamboozled the batter. Morgan topping. He was left clueless by this jabber from Gulshan Jha.
Well, a beautiful delivery. Look at that delivery, look at the seam position. That was the previous ball. What a brilliant wicket. A much needed wicket for the Nepalese side. The willow went flying, Sachin. Space in that ball. Morgan Topic getting in, scoring the board.
So 3 wickets have fallen for the touring team. Wide to follow up that wonderful delivery by Gulshan Jha. Was a dream delivery, really. Morgan Topping will go back to the dressing room and look at the replay of that dismissal for a long, long time, because he had no idea about the delivery. And a wonderful wicket for Gulshan Jha. He needed that wicket, Gulshan.
Well, absolutely. The first over and a brilliant delivery to get rid of Morgan Topping. The new man in is the skipper, Neil Rock. Now Ireland Wolves needs a partnership at the moment. They need to rebuild this inning.
.39 for 3. Half the overs have been bowled. And wicket each for Karan Kisi, Lalit Rajbansi and Gulshan Jha. It's been a great find for Nepal. Gulshan Jha, a perfect all-rounder, equally capable with the ball and with the bat. Slow delivery again, not the best of lines, and treated very well this by Neil Rock. The captain was walked in, and these are gift runs for the Irish batters. They won't miss them. Gulshan Jha again struggling with the left-hander. Was drifting down the leg side, just help on its way. And a much needed boundary this for the Irish side.
Well, absolutely. Left and right hand combination in the middle. Gulshan Jha a bit struggling against the left-handed Neil Rock, just trying to ball that delivery that he was balling to Morgan Topping around that fourth stump. Neil Rock is a part of the senior Ireland team as well.
Much better this from Gulshan Jha. Struggles with lines sometimes, Gulshan. He's not been very consistent with the ball. He's been a great find, as I mentioned. Was nowhere in the scene before 3 years or so, and brought in, and Coach Monty Desai has shown a lot of confidence in this young man.
Well, absolutely. Gulshan Jha made his mark from the Mayor's Cup. He was balling pretty well. The Nepal Police Club just give him that opportunity, and after that, it's just history now. This time a slower delivery. That's the end of 7th over. Ireland Wolves 43 for 3.
सबैजना हुन्छ ह्याप्पी ह्याप्पी भ्याली कोल्ड स्टोर बनाउँछ हेल्दी फ्यामिली
And Neil Rock, the captain for Ireland in this Ireland World Tour of Nepal. They'll need to build a partnership. Wonderful shot. This will be just over the top. Away from the fielder there, Sandeep Zora. Believed he was in the game for a moment, but the ball went just over his head. And second six this for the Irish side.
Because he just went down on his knee, followed the ball. Well, Dipendra Singh would not be happy with the first ball. This time just offer that room.
He played with the spin. Doheny just read the balls really well. He went with the spin and the ball cleared the boundary. Just, but the result the same. 6 runs for Ireland. It's not a great feeling conceding a 6 of the very first ball of your over. Karan conceded a boundary, but then got a wicket off the very next ball. Small battles in cricket.
Well, small battles, and Rohit Kumar Patel focusing on those matchups as well. There's a left-handed Neil Rock coming in. Dipendra Singh Ivy just coming on. But this is off spin. Now this is going to be an interesting move. Dipendra Singh Ivy bowling to Neil Rock. You're definitely looking to get the wicket of the left-handed batsman.
Now the question is, will Neil Rock go against the turn against Dipendra Singh Ivy? Just chips it. Was a nothing shot really. Was a check shot. Fortunately for Neil Rock, the ball did not go through the fielder. Dipendra Singh Ivy is not a big turner of the ball, but he'll invite the left-handed Neil Rock to go against the turn towards the onside. Quicker one this time. A dot delivery. 8 overs gone, 51 for 3.
Catch it! अब तपाईं पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् T20I Fiber Net को catch the big offer पाउनुहोस् 100 Mbps जम्मा 7522 200 Mbps 7788 र 300 Mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् free 5G router Valley Express wow 50% off fried chicken every Friday Valley Express crunch your hunger
तपाईँको संरचनालाई जुनी जुनी सुरक्षित राख्ने सिमेन्ट सगरमाथा
We'll continue. We're going to Neil Rock. Comes down the track. Up in the air. Crowd jumping in joy because this is the 4th wicket for Nepal and Neil Rock has been held out by...
Officially, हामीले 20 rupees को सुपर चैट
That easy catch.
Well, that shot was not needed from the skipper at the moment. They were just rebuilding their innings. They just lost that wicket. Morgan topping. Look at that, just coming down the track, trying to go over that offside.
Do you wish essays were easier?
They were just hitting the bottom part of the bat. Straight in the hands of Kushal Malla. Another wicket. Neil Rock, the captain, departs for just scoring 5 runs. RN will 51 for 4.
Catch it! अब तपाईं पनि catch गर्नुहोस्
Just scoring 5 runs.
Catch
RN
the
will
big offer
51 for 4.
100 Mbps जम्मा 7522 200 Mbps 7788 300 Mbps 9912 र साथमा पाउनुहोस् free 5G router Catch it!
Also represented
अब तपाईं पनि catch गर्नुहोस्
Just scoring 5 runs. RN will 51 for 4.
100 Mbps जम्मा 7522 200 Mbps 7788
Jared Delaney has come at the center and Captain Neil Rock looking to attack Gulshan Jha right from the word go, came down the track, not get to the middle of the ball. In fact, the ball struck the lower end of his bat. That's the reason he did not get that elevation or distance. It was a pretty easy catch for Kushal Malla. Shot wide, nearly carried to the fielder there. Karan Casey eventually pulled his back. Has he done it cleanly? Umpire will certainly have a word with him.
Offered that room to free his arms. Well, Karan just a bit of casual work there by Karan Casey. Trying to balance himself. Sachin talking about this series be a perfect situation for Nepal because they are going to play in Vapi with the two Indian state teams and now playing against Ireland Wolves. They've got a very good side. Ireland Wolves is moving on to the T20 World Cup. This series is definitely helping Nepal to find that stability in the team.
Again, offering room, could not time it well at all. Absolutely, Ayush and Coach Monty Desai mentioned the same thing before the match in a small interview that I had with him. He mentioned that Nepal is looking to consolidate the side and build that side for the Asia Cup qualifiers and the T20 World Cup in the United States and the Caribbean. They've had a mixed month. Nepal, they lost against the Netherlands in the finals of that tri-series. Again, outside the line of off stump, they again lost against Papua New Guinea in Hong Kong. Tri-series between Nepal, Hong Kong and Papua New Guinea. They won't be much worried though, Ayush, because they're playing against quality sides in India and playing that Asia Cup qualifiers in Oman.
Absolutely, Sachin. Coach Monty Desai just looking to find that right combination before going on to the T20 World Cup. Strong team that Ireland Wolves from here in Nepal. Out of the 15 players, 9 players have already represented senior side of Ireland. This time a slower one, just played with soft hands. A bit of slow work there by Karan Casey.
Should have been better. Should have been much better from Karan Casey. It was edged, went fine. The ball did have some spin. This was the previous delivery where the Irish batters took a single. A ball later, the ball went all the way to the boundary. Should have been better effort, as Irish mentioned, from Karan. They build a partnership. Can they build a partnership? That's the question. Doheny is still there. 33 of 28 has been a cautious innings from his side. Hasn't looked much trouble at all. Safe in Doheny. And that's the end of the 9th over, 4 down for 58.
Ali Cold Stone announce a healthy family. Catch it! About the bakery, catch one hose. Tishon, Fibernet Group, catch the big offer. Pound hose, 100 Mbps. Sama 7522, 200 Mbps, 7788 र 300 Mbps, 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर.
Well then, 58 for 4. 9 overs have been bowled. Interestingly, Rohit Paudel has replaced Dipender Singh Airi with his senior pro, Lalit. Senior because he has been the spearhead of bowling department. The best spinner that Nepal has had in the playing 11 today. Got a wicket in his first over as well, conceded 12 runs. It was a little too expensive in the tri-series, Ayush.
But it was just coming after that injury. He obviously had that shoulder injury, after that a finger injury. Now we could just see Sachin, we could probably see left-hand spinners coming in tandems from both the end because the Ireland, if you look at the Irish side, they have just got 2 left-handed batsmen in their whole squad.
Flicked. It was almost a Yorker by Razvanski. This is a very strong Irish side, Irish. Ireland Wolves, the Ireland A team. 9 out of their 15 players have played for the Ireland senior team. Neil Rock, Ross Adair, Kirtipur, Stephen Doheny, Johan Hand, who's yet to come. He can strike big as well. Matthew Humphreys, James McCallum, PJ Moore, and Ben White. The 9 players to have represented the Irish senior side. Hasn't been that kind of start that the Irish team would have wanted. Neil Rock was very sure in his decision of batting first.
Absolutely, they were not being able to capitalize. Once again, coming with that arm. It was a surprising decision from the skipper to bat first.
Very popular Nepali actor, Dayan Rai. He's loved in Nepal and he loves cricket. He has generated cricket interest in cricket a little late, but ever since he comes to the ground, supports the Nepali side and plays as well. So the final ball of the 10th over gets 1 runs for the Ireland Wolves. The score is 62 for 4 and drinks will be called.
तपाईँको संरचनालाई जुनी जुनी सुरक्षित राख्ने सिमेन्ट सगरमाथा एउटै
Catch it! अब तपाईँ पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबरनेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps सम्म 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Valley Cold Store promotes a healthy family.
Catch it! अब तपाईँ पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबरनेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps सम्म 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Valley Express. Wow, 50% off. Fried chicken every Friday. Valley Express. Crunch your hunger.
नयाँ अध्याय नयाँ जिम्मेवारी नयाँ गन्तव्यलाई आत्मसात गर्दै अटल भई अघि बढ्दै लक्ष्यतर्फ लम्कने अडिग अठोट एउटै छ उच्च सोच एउटै छ आजको मजबुत निर्माणले भविष्य सुनिश्चित गर्ने सगरमाथा एउटै छ तपाईँको संरचनालाई जुनी जुनी सुरक्षित राख्ने सिमेन्ट सगरमाथा
Catch it! अब तपाईँ पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबरनेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps सम्म 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Valley Cold Store promotes a healthy family.
So we're halfway through the innings. 10 overs have been bowled 62 for 4. Not the start that Ireland would have wanted at all. They won the toss, selected to bat first. They've lost 4 important wickets. But for Nepal, they would not want to get complacent at any point of time because they understand that the Ireland Wolves still have big hitters to come. Doheny still there, 38 of 30. Gareth Delany, the big hitter, 4 of 6. It's just out there. 2 wickets for Gulshan Jha, 1 each for Kadam Kisi and Lalit Rajvanshi.
Well, Ireland Wolves not be happy because you just see they were getting that start, they were getting that partnership in the middle, They could not just capitalize the partnership that they were building on. Small partnership, small cameos at the moment. And this is what I was talking about, Sachin. You could definitely see orthodox coming in tandems from both the end. Because you have two right-handed batsmen in the crease. Doheny and Delaney now they need to build this partnership because they have got big hitter of the ball yet to follow. They need to create a foundation to just the middle order and lower middle order to just come and go for that big score because they have got very good hitters to come in.
I agree, Irish. And meanwhile, the Nepali bowlers would be pretty happy with themselves. They've not allowed the Ireland Wolves to get to a flyer. Instead, they picked up 4 wickets, got a wicket off the very second delivery that was Karan Casey in his first over. Kushal Malla gives the ball a lot of air, and that's the reason why the ball has gone up in there. And easiest of catches for the best fielder on the ground. That's Dipinder Singh Adi, who has taken one of the easiest catches he'll ever receive.
Well, we were just talking about this two needs to create that foundation, needs to build that partnership. Look at the delivery, Kushal Malla just offering that room to Delaney, offering that flight. The ball was far away from the body. You were just trying to play that shot, a simple catch for Dipendra Singh Adi. Gareth Delaney walks back to the dressing room with just 4 runs. Well, Ireland rules 63 for 5.
Catch it! अब तपाईं पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबर नेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps सम्म 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Ali Cold Store बनाउँछ healthy family.
Well, half the side of the Ireland Wolves team back in the hunt now. Ewan Hand has come at the centre. His move is weak much. Played towards the onside. He's taken a single, not a bad idea to give the strike to the well set Stephen Doheny. He's batting at 39 now. He's taken 31 balls. By far the best batter so far today for the Ireland Wolves. And this was the dismissal. Easiest of catches, as I said, for Dipender Singh Adi. It was a nothing shot, really. And that's how Kushal Malla actually deceives the batters, Ayush, because he deceives the batters with the pace. He gives the ball a lot of air. It's very slow through the air. And sometimes it's very difficult to time against him.
Absolutely, Sachin. As a batsman, when you are trying to hit Kushal Malla, you need to put that effort while hitting to Kushal Malla, and this is what Sachin was talking about. It does not offer that pace, just comes in, offer that flight, ball slowly. And as a batsman, you would want to keep that effort to hit the ball hard. And this has been the story for Kushal Malla.
Such a handy all-rounder. Kushal Malla, we know his abilities with the bat as well, and gets the wicket when it's needed. Nearly got Nepal back into that match against the Netherlands, and that's the scorecard so far. The Irish team will not be very happy with it, because apart from Stephen Doheny, none of the batters managing to get to that double figure. A sorry looking batting card, you'll have to say, so far. They still have more than 9 overs to go. They post a total that will trouble Nepal. So far, they are in big trouble.
Well, and it will be interesting to see the death over from the Nepalese side as well. We have seen the team struggling in those death overs. Again, ball coming with that angle. Irish batsman needs to be careful because now they would just see Captain Rohit Kumar Paudel would use his spinners as much as he can.
It was a very good delivery again. Fortunately for Fionn, he caught some back. Only 4 runs and a wicket for Kushal Malla in his first over, takes the score to 66 for 5 after 11.
Catch it! अब तपाईं पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबर नेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps जम्मा 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Ali Coach बनाउँछ healthy family.
So that's the bowling guard. A wicket for Karan Kisi. Lalit has won for Malla as well, and 2 wickets for Gulshan Jha. 66 for 5. The Nepali side would be very happy. Rohit Paudel certainly happy with his bowling. And so that's the bowling guard. A wicket for Karan Kisi. Lalit has won for Malla as well, and 2 wickets for Gulshan Jha. 66 for 5. The Nepali side would be very happy. Rohit Paudel certainly happy with his bowling. And so that's the bowling guard. A wicket for Karan Kisi. Lalit has won for Malla as well, and 2 wickets for Gulshan Jha. 66 for 5. The Nepali side would be very happy. Rohit Paudel certainly happy with his bowling. And great to see how Kushal has evolved as a bowler. Learned the art a little late in his career. For his batting abilities, obviously. Also gets turned at occasion. And he get one more for his team now.
Well, the ball stayed low. It was a googly from Kushal Paudel. The ball stayed low, but Fionn was just trying to hit the ball over the mid-wicket reason. Just changed his pace and deceived Fionn with that googly.
Looks like he's put in a lot of work behind his bowling. Oh, this was a fantastic delivery again. He was chasing the batter, Fionn, inviting him on the front foot. And the ball did get some turn as well. The previous ball was a googly, this time was a conventional leg spinner. Building his abilities. Well, Paudel. The line again immaculate. Fionn in 2 minds whether to stay behind and push it through or to come on the front foot. Decides to stay at the back foot and punches it through for the single. And now Stephen Dewini. He has a massive responsibility on his shoulders to take his team forward from here and post something that's respectable. The 69 for 5, mind you. With Auberd, slapped. Well done there in the G by Kushal. In fact, it's Gulshan who saved the boundary, and the score is 70 for 5. Another tight over for Nepal.
नया अध्याय नया जिम्मेवारी नया गन्तव्यलाई आत्मसात गर्दै अटल भई अघि बढ्दै लक्ष्यतर्फ लम्कने अडिग अथो एउटै छ उच्च सोच एउटै छ आजको मजबुत निर्माणले भविष्य सुनिश्चित गर्ने सगरमाथा एउटै छ तपाईको संरचनालाई जुनी जुनी सुरक्षित राख्ने सिमेन्ट सगरमाथा एउटै छ
Neil Rock decided to bat first. Sure, he would not be pleased with his side at this point of time. The 70 for 5. Kushal Malla picked up a wicket in his very first over. He is still there. That's the good news for the Irish side.
Neil Rocks decided to bat first.
Still there, cuts.
Sure, he would not be pleased with his side at this point of time.
Moves on to 40.
The 70 for 5. So Mullah picked up a wicket in his very first over. Still there. That's the good news for the Irish side. Neil Rocks decided to bat first.
Still there, cuts.
Sure, he would not be pleased with his side at this point of time.
Moves on to 40.
The 70 for 5. So Mullah picked up.
Taken on the full, and no more to go big. Stephen Doheny, Michelle Mullah bowling that juicy full toss in expectation of Doheny to go against him big. Isn't the case though. And Fionn Handy can take a couple of balls and just nuzz around singles, give the strike back to Doheny who's settled there. Please give partnership. Build partnership with somebody because Doheny, apart from his innings of 45 or 36, none of the other ardent Wolves batters have managed to get onto the double figures.
This is what Fionn needs to do at the moment. Just stay there in the crease, play that supporting role to Doheny. This time trying to come down the track. Fionn needs to hold his nerves because Doheny is looking confident. He's playing those shots pretty well. Ireland, the Irish side would definitely want Doheny to stay there in the crease till the last over. But one thing they'll be looking is the supportive role.
Again, with length, got Doheny in 2 minds whether to come down or to stay behind. They've struggled today, the Irish batters. It's bound to happen when you lose a wicket off the very second ball and you've lost wickets in consistent intervals. That's the gap for a single. Score now, 13 gone, 74 for 5.
Catch it! अब तपाईं पनि क्याच गर्नुहोस् टेसोन फाइबर नेटको क्याच द बिग अफर पाउनुहोस् 100 mbps जम्मा 7522 200 mbps 7788 र 300 mbps 9912 मा र साथमा पाउनुहोस् फ्री 5G राउटर
Valley Cold Stone बनाउँछ healthy family.
Doheny's gone for 46, and it's 75 for 6.
Valley Express. Wow, 50% off. Fried chicken every Friday. Valley Express. Crunch your hunger.
तपाईँको संरचनालाई जुनी जुनी सुरक्षित राख्ने सिमेन्ट सगरमाथा
डबल बच्चा पैक पाउनुहोस् डबल डाटा भ्यालिडिटी नसकिने गरेको हरेक खरिदमा मात्र 150 देखि सुरु
Looks like it's going to be Tom Mays at number 8. I thought we might see Liam McCarthy. Mays has been in and around the senior Irish squad, but yet to be capped. Well, I'm not sure how he's played a shot at that. That could have been a double wide if he left it alone. Gertel's part-time leg breaks. They tend to take a lot of wickets, Ayush.
Well, absolutely. It was a Goodell Stunning individual. The leg spinner at the moment is enjoying his bowling from the Prime Minister's Cup. Well, that was a wicket. Just lowered through the air. That was not a wicket-taking delivery, to be honest. Definitely just throwing his wicket. Getting that turn, Kushal Gurtel. Well, absolutely, and he's enjoying his bowling from the Prime Minister's Cup. He's taking that responsibility of the leg spinner in the team when they're playing for Nepal Police Club as well. Not the start of Irish team would have wanted Lenny at this condition 76 for 6.
Googly, not sure it was picked necessarily out of the hand by Fionn Hand. He's really, for me here, Ayushi's probably the last major hope with the bat for Ireland. Liam McCarthy is, well, he's maybe a little more than just a lower order player, but he's not renowned for his batting necessarily. Ireland got themselves in a tangle. There was a prediction I gave you before the start of the game. It's against spin. Face high quality spin altogether too often. It's a real drag down and Bertel gets away with it.
The reason, Lenny, is the conditions. It has played a major role in this collapse as well. The wicket and the conditions here, spinners hunting in tandem.
Been a few poor shots, being honest with you. The occasion getting to Ireland. Nicely bowled again, slow through the air, gets us to the end of the 14th. It's a wicket taking over. 78 for 6.
It's the conditions.
Been a few poor shots, being honest with you. The occasion getting to Ireland. Nicely bowled again, slow through the air, gets us to the end of the 14th. It's a wicket taking over. 78 for 6.
It's the conditions.
Valley Express. Wow, 50% off. Fried chicken every Friday. Valley Express. Crunch your hunger.
Vishal Malla coming in from the Chova end. Vishal Malla, both the batsmen, Hayes and Fionn, needs to hold their nerves out there. They need to play full 20 over. They need partnership at the moment. Bit of lucky. Vishal Malla using his angle, coming in from the Chova end to the right-handed batsman. Vishal Malla, both the batsmen, Hayes and Fionn.
Came and watched Ireland train on Saturday. They were in a centre wicket practice. There is actually good spin options for Ireland. Keep your eyes on Ben White, and I know Gavin Hoey's not in the team today, but Gavin Hoey, a very talented young leg spinner, Pembroke and Leinster Lightning man. Ben White had an excellent series with the ball. And that's the most pleasing thing for me. There was a talk of a few thunderstorms, but lovely blue skies. Big difference for Ireland. They won't have faced much spin bowling at this pace. Look at how slow it is through the air. Nepal, they know their own conditions and they're exploiting them absolutely perfectly right now. Ireland in all sorts of trouble. And this time it's an edge again, a big shot attempted. Might have the pace to run to the rope at will, and the misfield from Karen Casey crashes in to the Dafa News hoarding, one of the sponsors powering this series. And a fortunate boundary for Hand to get to double figures.
Fell unlucky this time, but just he found was trying to for that angling ball. Vishal Malla just playing with the mind. The previous two deliveries in that slide turn.
Hasn't been a huge amount of turn off from any just angle, but it's the pace that Malla bowls at. He's very, very brave.
Absolutely, if you are playing against Kushal Malla as a batsman, you need to put that extra effort to hit the ball hard because he does not offer you any pace. Once again, slow full toss. They're looking for two. Just be happy. Well, that's then the 15th over. Ireland Wolves 84 for 6.
नया अध्याय नया जिम्मेवारी
Kushal Patel continuing in from the TUN. Still no sign of Avinash Bora. Just using the spinners. This time going over the covers and straight into the hands of Dipendra Singh Lahiri. Well, the ball is following him everywhere he goes.
Another one beaten by the lack of pace. Got a pretty good piece of this actually, few on hand. Wasn't out of the middle necessarily, maybe a little bit towards the bottom left corner of the bat. That's where he's looking now, but just slow through the air, hand having to impart the pace. Look at the way Dipendra Singh Lahiri has read that in a Akash Chan right next to him. One of the 12 men today running drinks. Nepal are on fire here, and the latest to go, it's 84 for 7. As he's often done over the last couple of months, his bowling coming more and more to the fore. I suggested maybe we might see some off breaks from Rohit Powell at some stage. I forgot to mention Kushal Bertel's leg breaks. It's Liam McCarthy, the new man. As he's often done over the last couple of months, his bowling coming more and more to the fore. I suggested maybe we might see some off breaks from Rohit Powell at some stage. As soon as Doc forgot to mention. They're looking at maybe being bowled all out inside their 20 overs. Kushal Bertel's leg breaks.
Lack of pace doing that job for Nepal. Just play it softly. Finally, fielder Avinash Bora was inside the 30-yard circle. The boundary would certainly give that confidence to McCarthy.
Yeah, really nicely played. Product of Railway Union Cricket Club, most famously producing the likes of the two O'Brien brothers, Kenny Carroll as well. Trent Johnson spent a good bit of his career there. See him with the ball later, he's a little bit of pace to him. Starts nicely with the paddle though, has to adjust to the spin again. I'm going to try to take on the second to Dipendra Singh Lahiri. It will get there. This is the challenge for Ireland against spin in completely alien conditions for them.
The spinners have done their job so far. Look at Kushal Malla, Kushal Patel, offering any piece to the batsman. But yeah, to be honest, we're talking about the Irish side have thrown their wicket, not needed shots at the moment. They're just trying to go after the spinners, the lack of pace and throwing their wicket. But this is a strong team. We're talking about a strong team that's shooting Nepal.
More innovation attempted by McCarthy and very effective. He's favoured the leg side and a nice flourish to start with from number 9. I thought he'd be at number 8. 10 runs on the wicket from the over. Ireland scrapping away, 94 for 7.
in an alien condition, you win the toss, electing to bat first. A surprising decision.
It's going to be a wide down the leg side. They won't run the extra on top of it. I go a little further than that. I think a massively surprising decision at the toss. Never played here before. No Irish team has. Just Kevin O'Brien and Paul Sterling were out here. A little bit of experience in one of the franchise competitions. That was back in 2018. Really nicely picked up man out there. Though over his head. Sandeep Jura nestled underneath it. What a cameo from McCarthy. The 100 comes up. What's he doing at number 9, Ayush?
Well, he's just coming in and playing his shots pretty well. McCarthy is looking confident. This was needed for the Irish team. Look at that shot. The previous delivery from Lalit Nair Rajbangsi.
I think this is going to be. I thought it might have struck him outside the line, but Durgasu Betty says no, it was full. The umpire therefore has to believe it will continue upon the line that it's being delivered. Did it get him in line is the big question. Either way, the finger goes up and McCarthy's little cameo. What a cameo from McCarthy. The 100 comes up. What's he doing at number 9, Ayush?
Well, he's just coming in and playing his shots pretty well. McCarthy is looking confident. This was needed for the Irish team. Look at that shot.
102 for 8.
The previous delivery from Lalit Nair Rajbangsi. McCarthy is looking confident. This was needed for the Irish team. Look at that shot. The previous delivery from Lalit Nair Rajbangsi.
This is the dismissal of McCarthy. Get one more look at it. I thought it might have hit him outside the line of leg stump.
Well, small cameo from McCarthy coming to an end. I guess the ball was just going down the leg side lane, probably.
I'm not sure about that one. Being honest, the umpiring generally on home soil here is excellent. You think of the likes of Buddy Pradhan, all his experience, Durga Subedi getting better and better alongside Vinay Kumar Jha as well. But for me, I think McCarthy will feel a little unlucky. This one's speared in, the wide Yorker. Problem for Ireland, only 2 wickets left now.
Just targeting that block over Lalit Nair Rajbangsi. This time just coming with that angle. Just a single to end the over. It's 104 for 8.
There's the bowlers used thus far. The big surprise, Bhavesh Mahara, obviously one of the hot topics on social media recently. He's found it a little bit tough to get it just right at the death. So good captaincy from Roa Powell, maybe caring for one of his more senior bowlers nicely and giving him a nice opportunity to bowl a couple of overs here. Could pick up the wickets of maybe numbers 8, 10 or 11 and just build that confidence back up. You need death bowling options. Tependra Singh is the other one I like seeing used at the death, despite the fact he's an off spinner. He's got those change-ups that work nicely. For Mays and Humphreys in Ireland, maybe just thinking, can they scrap up to 125? I can't see it being enough, Ayush. And there is the now secretary of the Cricket Association Nepal in the centre of your shot, former captain, iconic Paris Kanka.
Well, that bowling has been a concern for the Nepal side. If you look at the series that Nepal played before this, that bowling has been a concern. You look at the 50 overs format or the T20 format, the team would definitely be looking to improve their dead bowling before moving on to the T20 World Cup. And Ireland Wolves will be definitely targeting to go over that 120 runs. I just want to ask you, Lenny, about the bowling attack that the Irish Wolves side have.
Nicely flicked away into the next side, and Jura does well. Beat that to a single right in the boundary. Yeah, I actually really like the makeup of the Irish bowling attack, but again, you just talk about the conditions here that be completely alien. Use that word quite a bit, I suspect, particularly these first 2 days. Pace will be driven by the likes of Liam McCarthy and Tom Mays. If Fionn gets it through, he's got very good pace. So he make his test debut at Lords against England last summer. And then keep your eyes on the two leg spinners in the team today, Ben White and Gareth Delaney. Shorter ball. Humphreys doesn't quite know what to do with it. Yeah, that will probably be the main five that will be used. Humphreys himself goes left arm spin. He'll be the other spin option. But it's just so different to what some of the players in charge will have had experience of spinning conditions. That's the likes of Neil Rock and Gareth Delaney, Ross Adair and Ben White. For the rest of the boys, they'll have been at home in either Queen's University in Belfast or in North County Cricket Club Indoor Centre in Dublin, North County Dublin. Their wintertime indoor facilities is just so different to try to get across. Not brass. And to go from that, even if you're bowling with good loads, I'm not Matthew Humphreys will have bowled a lot, he's one of the contracted players for Cricket Ireland. It's just so different to then come out here to what, 24, 25 degrees, big crowd in place, 3,000 or 4,000 people. And I just won't worry now about Ireland. They could get blitzed away in the second innings. If Kushal Bertel gets going, this could be over quickly.
Absolutely, it will be interesting to see the pace attack of Ireland Wolves. As Lenny was just talking about, they've got a deep, good bowling lineup, a mix of pacers and spinners coming in. Four runs from this over so far, just trying to create that room. Goes over aerial and go clear that rope. Myers is looking confident. Now this is what they need at the moment. They need to target the remaining overs.
Yeah, big hit down the ground. That's where you get good reward, good value here at the TU International Cricket Ground. It's where we see so many of Nepal's players hit firmly. Again, the margins are so tight, aren't they? For Bahara trying to hit the block hole, misses it by, well, what, about 9-12 inches? And it's just pumped down the ground. Good strong shot. He's a big man, Tom Mays. And Kushal Bertel, thought he was in the game for a moment, but it goes soaring over his head. Troubles continue for Bahara.
He's finding it difficult to find that line and length. Avinash Bohra, we've seen him trying those short deliveries. He's got that good variations with Avinash Bohra. He can ball those off-cutters, leg cutters pretty well.
It looks like he's just got a bit of protection, maybe some taping to, looks like the right elbow to me. Think about all the experience he has, 26 years of age, but he's played over 50 T20Is. Career economy rate's excellent, 7.24, really good for somebody who bowls at death, but there was points of that tri-series where he was just a little harshly treated, wasn't there? Netherlands and Namibia got after him. Ireland's specialist death bowler at the senior level is Mark Adair, Ross's brother. Ross, part of this Wolves team. He's always described it very well. You're the hero one day, you're the villain the next. It can be a difficult thing to do bowling at the death. That time he gets it just right, nails that block hole to close out a 10-run opening over for him. The Wolves are 1-1-4 for 8. Sampal Kami to bowl the penultimate over of this first innings. It's the Dishon Fibernet Ireland Wolves tour of Nepal. And what a historic occasion. I'm not going to lie, Ayusha was barely able to sleep last night with the excitement. That wasn't just holy, I wasn't getting smashed with all those colours in my famous Taklu dye bald head.
It's the Irish team touring Nepal for the first time. And like, how are you feeling? Because you have been here in Nepal, you have been following the associates, great. You have been this is your second home, the Ireland team coming in to play in Nepal.
It's just so special. It really is. And look, being honest with you, I dream of the day when the senior side come here. I'm talking to the likes of Paul Sterling and Andy Balbirnie and the senior players from an Irish perspective. Sterling was here back in 2018. He still names Kathmandu as one of the favourite places he's toured in the entire world. He's basically played every league, including the Caribbean, South Africa, New Zealand, everywhere. He's been all around the world. And he still thinks fondly of Kathmandu. It's a special place. It's pumped straight down the ground. It might have taken a deflection. Maybe a single. But yeah, I think the day will come. I think we'll see more and more full member nations come. But in terms of preparation for Nepal, building into the ACC Premier, and maybe to find a bolter, who knows, someone from that Nepal A side could just do something. Can a Bashir Ahmed or a Binod Bandari stick their hand up across those 6 games and say, you've got to take me to Oman, you've got to get me on the plane to the USA and the Caribbean.
Almost in the air, they're just trying to play that hard stroke against Sampal Kami. Well, absolutely, this would be a perfect situation for Nepal A side as well to play against strong Ireland Wolves side. We've been mentioning so far there are 9 players who have represented the senior side.
And then that's the other side of it. Are you sure? Particularly the likes of Ross Adair and Neil Rock, probably includes Stephen Doherty in this, who wasn't in any of the touring parties in the UAE recently. It's a massive opportunity for them to put their hands up. Okay, Adair out for a second ball 4 today. Can he get 200 or 300 runs across the series and say, I want to push Andrew Balbirnie and Paul Sterling at the top of the order? Didn't play any of the 3 T20Is against Afghanistan. Stephen Doherty, many Irish fans will think maybe a little unlucky. He batted 7 times in ODI cricket, made 184, that was against Zimbabwe, down in Harare. Generally looked pretty good, I thought, across his senior starts. So there's so much to play for, but I'm not too sure Sampal Kami is going to want to see the replay of this. He may be smiling for now. That's an overthrow given away.
Well, absolutely, just hit the stumps and he was looking for the runner. Smile in his face. He just taking that one run. But the Irish side would not be happy with the score because they'll be just looking around at 125 from now on. Just seeing that replay. Just got that ball in his hand. He just started at that stump. And then he was looking for the runner. Good presence of mind there.
He didn't just hit the stumps, did he? He demolished them. You're only 3 yards away, Sampal. Look at Durga. Durga said, please, Sampal, don't hit me. End result is a single. Not the most conventional one, though. Good death over this from Kami. Should be a couple, you'd imagine. Oh, mix-up. Big mix-up. Going to be a run out here. Gone! Excellent from Rowan Powell and great match awareness from Sampal Kami to throw it down to Asif Sheikh. A calamitous run out for Ireland.
Just a lower field toss. Come Sombal Gabi, look at Sombal Gabi. Just good presence of mind there. And a wicket. Fierce is out. Small cameo was going on. It's 117 for 9.
Ben White in at number 11. He'll be at the non-striker's end. So we're going to get those graphics corrected because it's Tom Mays that is still in there. Tom Mays is there because Humphreys was the one who was run out. They did get one run, but in looking for the second, they were run out. So Mays is still there. Carnage all over the place. Even Cricinfo is that wrong. Oh, actually, we'll correct that. It is Humphreys. We will correct that. Cricinfo is it right, so we've got it right as well. Humphreys is there on 4. All the more remarkable that it was Mays that was run out. Surely he should have kept the strike. Worker hit down the ground and get the score correct. It is now 119 for now.
Avinash Bohra is falling the second over. We're talking about Avinash Bohra not being used in the middle overs, just bringing him at the depth. Brilliance from the spinners today. They have been all over the Irish batsmen, not offering their piece.
Yeah, 7 wickets they've shared. Rajbanshi. 5 wickets they've shared. Rajbanshi, Mala and Bertel taking 5 between. They get a leg by here. And then 3 have gone to the seamers. 2 for Gulshan Jah, 1 for Karen KC. And that 1 out to go with it. Yeah, I think this is well short apart. They probably needed something in the 160 realm to challenge. We've seen 180 actually be more regularly scored here.
And the wicket looks flat as well when you're there in the toss. You just see a patch of green when the seamer will be bowling from the Chova end. Just going for that Yorker of Avinash Bohra.
Can't quite understand Humphreys trying to run that second when it would have been Mays on strike. That's where we've been confused there. Mays had just pumped a big 6 off Avinash Bohra in his first over down the ground. He was on 16 off 13 balls. I think he was completely surprised by Humphreys calling him back for a second. Nicely bowled, slower ball into the wicket. Ben White, a fine leg spinner, not particularly noted for his batting.
The first bounce for the over. It was a slower bounce up, but absolutely, we're talking about the batting of Ireland Wolves. They're bringing that slow, some bit of partnership, but they're not just converted. The last ball of this innings. Yorker to finish off, and a wicket. Direct throw from Asif Sheikh.
There's going to be a second run out in 2 overs, and a little bit of a tame end to this innings. Well bowled, Avinash Bohra. Can't blame Humphreys for trying to run through for the single, but denied.